I said, I will see you in court soon, either because you... Okay, well, you're welcome.
Judge, can you repeat those amendments?
Okay, guys, we're about to watch that. And it's a slow burn, so it takes a minute or two to get there, but it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse the whole way through. And we have this guy staring at us the whole time.
So did we ever get... Yes, we did. Look at that.
McBurney. There we go. Hi, guys. It's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. We get this guy staring at us for a few minutes while McBurney does his thing. McBurney is so good. He is so good. But this guy's in a wheelchair. And he's in for aggravated assault right now. Now, unfortunately, this is Georgia. So that means, I don't know how long he's been in there, but he's been in there for many, many months right now before even being indicted. They all are. You get arrested in Georgia, you don't even know your charges for months and months and months and months and months. It's criminal. It just is. So he's on aggravated assault. He did from the wheelchair, but it's because he used a firearm. That's why. But then it just gets worse. So here we go.
There he is. Let's turn to that.
Driveway. So I'm like, I didn't think the plea were.
Hey, are you Mr. Baker?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. Baker, I'm Judge McBurney. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Rios, I think this is your case. I'm slowly learning the numbers. And Ms. Rios, there's Ms. Rios. Mr. Baker, today is your arraignment day. And let me read one other thing here. Ms. Rios has already filed a waiver on your behalf, entering a plea of not guilty to the things you're charged with. But we just need to talk a little bit about your case today, and then we'll keep it moving forward, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Rios, we've got your waiver, so I'll get a scheduling order out. Anything else that we need to talk about? So this is as alleged, it's a more serious type of aggravated assault than we sometimes see. It's not a broomstick or a lunchbox allegation. So I'd want to make sure the state had a chance, if they're able to find, I think that would be Ms. Flagg.
And Judge, our office has made contact with Ms. Flagg, so I do have notes to provide context. I'm happy to have the bond hearing.
Well, look at that. Okay. So Mr. Baker, we're going to talk a little bit about bond right now, okay?
Yes, sir.
But that means we're going to get on the record. So Ms. Rivers will please start taking this down. This is 25 SC 003.
He's always this nice until he nails you. And he's still super nice when he nails you. This judge will send you to jail. This judge sounds nice, but there's rules. And if you break the rules, you're going to jail. He doesn't get he gets a lot of the big cases, murderers, rapists, things like that. So that's why he has this case. It's an aggravated assault, but it's a pretty bad aggravated assault. It's not, they got into a fight and someone punched the other one in the nose.
467. Mr. Baker is in the county jail right now. He's represented by Ms. Rios, who's here in court. And the state is represented. Is this a Ms. Davis production for now? Okay. Is represented by Ms. Davis. And Mr. Baker, you are charged with aggravated assault. The allegation is that you didn't hit, but you shot at someone named Ms. Flagg. So stop. This is a chance for Ms. Rios to tell me a little bit about you, and then Ms. Davis will tell me a little bit about the state's case. And then all I'm talking about right now is bond. We're not talking about guilty, not guilty, anything like that, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Rios, tell me a little bit, please, about Mr. Baker and his suitability for bond in
Tell
this
us,
case.
please.
Mr. Baker is 59 years old. He has housing, he has a roommate situation. He lives on 72 Howard Road. His caretaker slash mother of his child was here for a while, but she had to go because of the apartment situation. That was the one in the back with
With the child?
yeah, well, that was his child. They have a son that's grown.
Okay.
They're still friends, and she still looks out for him.
And that's the house where he'd stay?
No, she said he can come stay with her, but he has.
Yeah, without the key house here. Okay, well, come without the key house.
Okay, hold on, Mr. B.
And so, yeah, so he has two housing options, but, she still comes and checks on him if he's at the house with the roommate. He's on disability, so he cannot afford much of a bond, and so I know I'm asking for a pretty low bond, given the charges that, a $5,000 bond. I don't believe he has an extensive history, and, you know, Your Honor, he's very old, and so.
He does
him
have a
to
history.
jail, we're asking for the bond to be reduced to 5,000.
Okay. Oh, he has a bond now?
I think he.
He did, well, let's see, May 7th. It hadn't been all that long. May 7th, it was a $25,000 bond just for the aggravated assault. So he has no bond on the second count anyway, but that's what we got. Okay.
He didn't give us a second count. He just said aggravated assault.
That was his caretaker, and it's the mother of his child. Kinsey. Okay. It wasn't a victim.
His caretaker is the mother of his child, but they're not together.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 felony convictions.
Oh, he has no history? He has no history? He has 12 felony convictions. But they were little felonies, don't worry.
So
They weren't
some of
little,
them
they
are
were
older,
horrible.
but I'd call that a more robust criminal history than not all that big. But Ms. Davis, what are your thoughts about bond for Mr. Baker?
12
Judge, if we
felonies.
take into consideration the Ayala factors, I think one of those being the propensity to reoffend. I believe it's evident from his history. There are 12 convictions. Some of them do involve violence. We also had the opportunity to speak with the victim, Ms. Flagg, who is vehemently opposed to a reduction in the bond. She does feel threatened. I do think it's ironic that Ms. Kinsey Howard was present. She, quote, keeps getting threats from a girl named Kinsey Howard, saying that it's going to be basically a war if she doesn't like drop the charges.
So what happened was he shot at some lady, okay? And I don't know how they're related yet, him and this lady. But his caretaker, who is the mother of his baby, threatens this lady all the time. And it's like, you better not testify in this case, which apparently his case is 2 charges. He says, you better not testify. She was in the courtroom. She was in the courtroom. The one who was threatening the other lady was in the courtroom today. Prosecutor is right there. She's lucky she got out of the courtroom today.
And I just will note that.
Oh, meaning Ms. Flagg is saying that
Ms.
in
Howard.
theory, the person who was here is bothering her about this case.
Correct.
Okay.
And I know that Ms. Rios pointed to the defendant and his age and condition. However, the allegations stem from him shooting the weapon while in a wheelchair and then using that wheelchair to abscond the scene. So with that, we ask that the bond remain in place for the one that he actually does have a bond and there be no bond.
I could abscond on my wheelchair if I had one. I could. So when I was little, we live in Pennsylvania. There's a lot of snow in Pennsylvania. Okay, so this is a normal day. We used to bumper ski. So So when the FedEx truck or something would come down the road, we'd run out, we'd grab onto the bumpers, and then we'd just ski down the road. I would do that in my wheelchair. That's how I would abscond.
I'll be second.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Baker, do you use a wheelchair or no wheelchair?
Yes, sir. I'm in a wheelchair. I had a stroke on my left side. I
Okay,
had
so,
2 heart attacks in 1 stroke.
yikes.
I don't feel bad for him. I don't. You'll hear.
Okay. So, you're in a wheelchair because something happened on the left side with the stroke.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
My whole left side, I can't use my left side, period.
okay. Got it. Anything you want to add, Ms. Rios, to Mr. Baker's situation? Ms. Davis, did Ms. Flagg provide any context to you about how she and Mr. Baker are connected?
No, but what I gathered from the victim's advocate, that seems to be like some sort of neighborhood connection, but they don't have any relationship. They're never dated. They've never been intimate. They don't have any kids or anything together, is my understanding.
Okay, but somehow Ms. Flagg is known enough that the other person, Ms. Kinsey, was able to contact her.
Correct.
Harass her.
Something to the effect of a park or a frequent area that they kind of congregate in, and that's how she's been confronted.
The Chevron,
Okay. Got it.
Waffle House,
All right.
Hardee's.
And Ms. Rios, you're saying that the Howell Road address is a situation where there's a roommate there. So friend, acquaintance of Mr. Baker.
Nothing, and I don't think, the victim was in, I was asking Ms. Kinsey, who was here, she said the victim there shouldn't be an issue with living situation, should live there, so I think it's just a male roommate.
That's a great dress.
Got it.
She's very pretty.
All right. So Mr. Baker, I am I got to set a new bond for you because you have one new charge. The bond you had originally was just for aggravated assault, but when you were indicted, the state added another charge in connection with using a gun.
What is the charge?
So I'm going to set an
Oh, I get it.
overall
Felon. He's a 12-time felon and he had a gun. That's the other charge. I wonder if that's a felony.
bond at $35,000. So it's 25. Okay. Well, you know what's going to happen then, Mr. Baker, is that Ms. Rios, if your case moves slowly, she's going to let me know that I ought to lower that bond. And if I think I should lower it, I will.
Hold
but
on,
what I'm
wait for it.
focused on is getting you into court to get the case resolved as soon as possible and keeping you out of trouble. While some of your convictions are old, others are recent. You have a cruelty to children in the first degree conviction that's not even 2 years old yet.
Yep. Now do you feel bad that he had a stroke and he can't use his left side?
So you may be on probation right now. So I don't know if there's a probation warrant working its way down the pipeline. It's already there.
At this week taking place, I'll tell him as if it would not.
I didn't know there was a plea in the works, but.
I was saying if.
Oh, if. Okay, so he's got a hold anyway, by way of a probation warrant. So we'll maintain that status quo, but I will set a bond, and I appreciate, Mr. Baker, that it seems out of reach to you right now. I think it's consistent with your criminal history and the seriousness of the charges, but I'm very open to seeing you soon if this is a case that's working out. Your lawyer will very soon get the discovery in this case. She'll let you have the parts you can have. You can have paper where you are. You can't have tapes or any videos or something like that. And then I'll see you in court, either because there's some motions we need to argue or because you all have worked the case out, okay?
I beg your pardon?
I said, I will see you in court soon, either because
I ain't
you,
gonna come for one time, I'm on 3-1. I ain't gonna come for one time now.
okay, well, the good news is then I'm going to get you back to court, not in one of these little boxes, but get you over here into my courtroom, okay?
Yeah, okay, I get so.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Ms. Rios will be seeing you soon, all right?
Yeah, okay,
Okay, take care.
watch out. I'm
You're
gonna
welcome.
die this bitch.
Judge, can you repeat those amounts?
Your mic's still on.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Ms. Nelson?
The amounts on each count for the bond, you said
Yep.
overall 35,000?
Yeah, it's 25 for count one and 10 for count two. He had 25
That's how I get out
already
of
for
bed.
count one, so in a different bond, so we'll just keep that, and then I'm adding 10
I gotta
for
get to the
count two.
bathroom. I'm grabbing onto the walls. I have to get to the
I
bathroom.
think that covers everything. Thank you, Ms. Reynolds, for
Yeah, okay. So he's been in jail a while. He's gonna be in jail a while because he just broke his parole by shooting at someone from the wheelchair. And yeah, I agree. I know we saw him walk, but that doesn't mean he doesn't need a wheelchair. He clearly needs a wheelchair. It does look like me though, sometimes. Really does. Thank you so much for coming out today. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys again real soon, okay? Bye, guys.